Hi. So I cannot emphasize, the fact or the reality is that there is no way of knowing why it happens, how it happens, when it happens, and where it happens. You see, only thing I can describe this experience, atomic transformation, that took place in 2009 in Columbus, Ohio, or I would say Black Lake, Ohio. I was living in a house there, and in one afternoon, all of a sudden, it just transformed me. You see, and since then, I have not eaten meat, I have not drank alcohol, and I can experience all the attachment or the attachment to the conditioning is all cleaned or removed from this system. Uh, so I am writing my fourth book. Um, Originally, my tentative title was "There is nothing to be afraid," which still stands. There is nothing to be afraid because fear and afraid, whatever, I already give talks regarding that. You can go back to my channel in YouTube and listen to fear, lust, anger, something like that. I gave some talks back. You can go back and look at that. There is really nothing to be afraid, but um, I chose this topic, atomic transformation, because it sort of makes sense in terms of this language that we speak. So I'm writing that. I think I have about 100 pages finished. My goal was to do 600 pages, so we'll see how far it goes. And this should be coming or published. Will be publishing in sometimes by December 2014. So I have quite some time to go. I'm still writing. Uh, you know, Atomic Transformation Experiences Afterward. So you can read that in Amazon uh, in the future. But now, let's talk about now. You see, what is important to me is now. You see, the present moment. You see, in the future, we don't know what's going to happen. In the past, we don't know what happened. It's just the recollection of uh, or imagination of what had happened in the past. So only thing we know is about present. So I think today I would like to talk about the present now that is available. You see, because what is after this atomic transformation, what is important to me is now. You see, the present moment. You see, because there is no way of knowing what happened in the past, and there is no way of knowing what is going to happen in the future. So only thing that we really know is what is in the present. You see, the present you can see, you can hear, you can feel, you can sense. You see, all this sensory perception are actively involved in this present moment, which you have no idea what is in the past and what is in the future, which is actually is the product of the linear thinking. Because see, linear thinking, it thinks like that. See, it thinks about the past, thinks about the present, and thinks about the future. That is linear thinking, and it is okay to think linear thinking, because I think 99% of the human beings today on the planet think in terms of linear thinking, and which is okay. But after this atomic transformation, my thought is more dynamic, spontaneous, it's dynamic. You see, not whimsical. Like it doesn't come like a whim. There's some process there which I don't really understand. It's more dynamic. It's just like connected to the nature itself. You see, that doesn't mean that I don't use linear thinking. I do use linear thinking, especially in my profession and sometimes every day dealing with my family and friends and things like that. The linear thinking is there in the conditioning, but as far as my own expression, there is no uh, linear thinking, more dynamic thinking, more spontaneous thinking, which is actually connection to the whole as a whole, because this being here is already a whole. You see, so the present moment, yeah, the present moment. You see, which we can sense, we can feel, we can see, hear, we can apply all the sensory perception. And basically, what it's doing is collecting data. You see, this machine or human being or whatever you want to call it, machine sounds maybe more robotic or mechanical, but it is a human being is a mechanical being, but it is also a natural being that is functioning in terms of the universe itself. You see, the universe placed us for some reason, and we are working for universe. You see, no matter what everyone tells you, you're working for this, that is just the projection of the reality or the synthetic reality that projected through the comprehensive collective knowledge we have collected uh, since the beginning of human beings existence. You see, so actually that is driving you and I, and everything is happening dynamically, spontaneously, and there is no really linear thinking. You see, you may say this event, by doing meditation, by practicing spiritually, I went through this event called atomic transformation. Yeah, you may say that, but I don't see it like that. And you may say, well, it appears like that, but it in reality is not. With the linear thinking, yes, you see, something I did caused to that. It's a linear thinking, that's valid with that. But see, there is something more profound, which is you can only experience that in a dynamic thinking or spontaneous thinking. Again, don't make a mistake that this spontaneous thinking or dynamic thinking is not a whim. You see, it is, there's some substance there. You can experience that. You see, it's a dynamic. But um, the linear thinking certainly points you, look, you did this, you did this meditation, you read your gurus, you listened to gurus, and you did that, and now you are atomically transformed. Whatever, you see, that is not. I don't see it like that, and I think this would be misleading to say by doing A, B, C that one day you will achieve or you will enlighten, you awaken, you achieve atomic transformation, whatever. You see, that is never the case. You see, this happens through dynamic process that this mind will never able to comprehend. I'm not talking about only this mind, any mind, even Einstein mind, any mind, it can never comprehend what is happening dynamically. See, this is all taking place dynamically. Okay, so only thing I can point out is that this event is pure luck or by grace of God, if we exist. You see, I don't even know if we exist. You see, but there is something there powerful. I know there is something a great of a quality and quantity of a presence in this universe. You see, which human assume to be God, which is okay, but I don't accept that. I accept something greater. Yes, is it a God? Is it a what? I don't accept that, but it is there. It is present, and we are all part of that. Like an ocean, you see, ocean, and we're just the tides or the ripple or the waves in the ocean. See, we are just coming there, and energy fluctuates. Sometimes there's a high energy, sometimes there's low energy, sometimes subtle energy, just like the ocean, just like this universe is moving dynamically. Why, when, how, where is the question of the mind. Is only question of the mind, because this is mind, is the limited mind, and it only asks you that. You see, in reality we do not know. Okay, but we know peculiarly, which mind does not know, but we know this knowledge only to function in a group of people in the society. See, otherwise, if I start talking all this dynamic, non-linear energy that is expressing, people will say, hey, Moksha Mukti is loony. You see, but I am not loony. You can tell I have intelligence, and I apply intelligence to function in the society as a profession, taking part in a profession, taking part in a family, taking part of my hobby, taking part in my community, taking part in my society in a way. that I see is appropriate, you see. So this is all happening dynamically, and um, the culprit I say right now is the linear thinking, you see, and it is culprit only in a sense of dynamism of the universe, you see. Linear thing is not culprit at all. Nothing is culprit, you see. Everything that is happening now is happening perfectly, happening dynamically. There is nothing wrong with this. Everything is functioning. Yes, there is something wrong through this thinking, through this mechanism that is placed in human beings through the comprehensive collective knowledge that we collected since the beginning of our existence on the planet. And through that tool, I say, or the instrument, or the equipment, we function in the society, and we use that, and and that is the reason there is the mind is placed in the highest category, because it is a great tool, because it gives us many objective development, so-called development, that our eyes can see, our ear can hear, things like that, so on and so forth. So all this development that we see, that is appears mechanically advanced to the mind, is actually not really advancement to the um, awareness or the consciousness, uh, or as it is, you see, because if you go back, listen to my previous talks, the pyramid of the people that is ruling on top, the pyramid of people that is powered in the poverty line hasn't changed. No matter what advancement it comes, the percentage is always the same. So I don't want to spend time talking about that. You can go back to my talks, earlier talks, and listen to that. My talk today is being in the present moment. You see, the present moment, everything is available. In the present moment, everything is already, everyone is already enlightened. Everyone is already happy. Everyone is already perfect. Everything is already available in this present now. When you go back to if you put your attention in the past, or if you put your attention in the future, then you miss what is available now, and that's how you say, I am incomplete. But in the present moment, you are complete, you are happy, you are perfect. And only thing blocking you to see that is your thought that is coming, trying to place your attention in the past or in the future, you see, never in the present. Even present, we have no way of knowing what is in the present, except we can use all this dynamism to experience what is the present, but we have no way of knowing even what is in the present, because the moment I say now is already in the past, you see. But the experiencing mechanism that you have, you can utilize in the present moment, you see, and that is important to me, and this is what I want you to see or experience. And don't take my word as a gospel truth, or my advice to you. All I want to do is to experience what I experience, or try to experience what I experience in your own experiencing, and not really copying what I do. Authentically experiencing on your own what is present, you see, and that your own experiencing is dynamic, it is spontaneous, and it is pure. So until next time, enjoy your day.